Hello, everybody. I'm George from Ireland. Welcome back to my channel again. It's quite shocking to think a YouTuber would need to dry his clothes, which is why I've got, no, that side, sorry, the era. Anyway, this news item came out that in Germany, the Alternative for Deutschland candidates might be barred from seeking election. Not all of them, those who've got convictions for so-called extremism. Now, it comes hard on the heels of a court in France saying that Marine Le Pen cannot contest any public office for the next 5 years owing to the misappropriation of European Union funds. I don't know the particulars about that. There is some defense from Mademoiselle Le Pen on the basis that she didn't misuse them or everybody's doing it. And this is selectivity. They've only gone for her because she's anti-establishment. So the Sozialistische Demokratische Partei Deutschland is in coalition with the Christlich Demokratische Union in Germany. This coalition, but anyway, the parties are suggested passing a law to forbid those with multiple convictions from incitement to hatred from standing in elections. So it was reported in Die Welt, one of the major German publications. Now, I don't want people to incite hatred. Incitement to racial hatred, although I'm a free speech fundamentalist, I would ban that. I do have doubts about it, even though inciting hatred is nauseating. So I think, is even that going too far? I mean, if it's incitement to violence, yes, definitely, but violence is not hatred. I remember some people really can't grasp the distinction. The trouble is, people will say anything that they disagree with is hatred. You know, trying to save children is hatred. Trying to say Palestinians are humans too, that's hatred of Jews, so we're told, and so on. They'll say that it's harassment or extreme. It is a thought-terminating cliche. It's really just a valueless word. Extremist just means I disagree with you. But wait a second, if you're extreme in relation to me, I must be extreme in relation to you, as compared to what? Extreme becomes mainstream. In 1989, Denmark allowed two middle-aged men to form a civil partnership, and it disgusted all but the ultra-liberals all over the world. Now that is perfectly normal, and dozens of countries allow not just civil partnerships, but same-sex marriage. So the extreme becomes mainstream, and so on. So Alternative for Deutschland, it was only founded about 10 years ago, and now it's a major political party, might be the biggest political party in Germany. Is what they're saying so nauseating? Let the people decide. Why don't you trust the people? It must be up to the electorate. Imagine if Alternative for Deutschland was in charge and they passed a law saying promotion of multiculturalism is criminalized. Anyone who's done that is not allowed to stand. So therefore, people can't vote for whom they wish to elect them. Now, I don't know that much about Alternative for Deutschland. Seems rather distasteful to me. Their rhetoric, inflammatory, unhelpful, over the top, and sometimes Islamophobic. So I'm not remotely anti-Muslim. I've chosen to live in Muslim countries. I taught in a school where 9 out of 10 of my pupils were Muslims. I've had Muslim housemates when I was in the United Arab Emirates. I've had Muslim girlfriends and so on. I might even have married a Muslim, so not remotely anti-Muslim. I know Islamophobia is a real thing. To say that being Muslim or doing anything remotely Muslim is bad, and obviously it's preposterous. It's not. I know they're bad people of all religions, but if people want to pray towards Mecca 5 times a day, that's no skin off my snout. If they want to eat halal and eschew haram food, if they wish to practice Ramadan, observe Ramadan rather, there's no reasonable objection to any of that. You do what you like. You wear a hijab or not, and so forth. You pray in a mosque. You read the Quran. I don't think that makes you a bad person or actually a good person. It's just indifferent. Anyway, so that's the Alternative for Deutschland. So I think it's very bad news, and this is the start of totalitarianism. Okay, first they came for the AfD, and then they go for the CDU, and then maybe the far left would even go for the Social Democrats, and so forth. Now, I dislike the Alternative for Deutschland, who seem to be Putinites, and they've exploited some terrorist attacks to increase animus against ethnic minority communities in Germany, and all that is deeply unpalatable. Their apology for Putin's illegal war of unprovoked aggression against Germany. So I don't really like Alice Weidel, and she seemed to be an ally of Elon Musk, and I find him distasteful too. But we've got to have real alternatives. Obviously, the Social Democrats and the Christian Democratic Union in Germany are running scared. They don't think the AfD can win. I think that Alternative for Deutschland will lose next time, and I probably want them to lose. If I were a German, I'd probably vote for the CDU. I know I'm a Eurosceptic, but I'm always nobody in Germany wants to leave the European Union. It's probably just unachievable. You know, it's like Rab Butler said, politics is the art of the possible. You want to do something, it's never ever going to happen. Okay, you have to look at the range of options within possibility and go for one of those. There's no point in being completely quixotic. So the idea that Germany have withdrawn from the European Union is pie in the sky. And there are upsides to Germany's position in the European Union. It's beneficial for them in some regards, but it's very dangerous to set this precedent. You know, Germany say Third Reich never again. I completely agree, but that's going back to the Third Reich. I mean, not only all the way back; it's only going like 1% of the way back. Saying that we're going to forbid people from seeking office on the basis of their political affiliations or their previous utterances. Do you want them to change or not? And so people who agree with the AfD's ideology, if they can't achieve their goals peaceably, if democratic means are barred to them, they're going to use physical force, violence, aren't they? So this is very bad news again. And that's why the AfD shouldn't be forbidden for that. And it's the closing of the Overton window. There's that American academic over 30 years ago said there's this range of permissible utterances, and it's an ever narrowing. Okay, and then you get a uni party like in the United Kingdom, the Conservative Unionist Party and the Labour Party have got far more in common than either of them care to admit. And then it really restricts choices. And the whole thing about elections is you've got to have different political parties, like the Communist Party of the Soviet Union in those days in the USSR would field a single candidate. So what choice was that? Yes or no? And so the candidate won almost every single time. On the very rare occasions most people voted no, they would hold another election, put up a different candidate. If people voted no again, then they'll have a third candidate. But that virtually never happened. Usually, the people voted yes to the one candidate, and there's little point in having a multi-party system if the parties have got all the same policies. So there's got to be a real choice and offer people a range of offering options of different worldviews. And the AfD, they've definitely shaken it up. They've challenged the establishment, and some of their rhetoric is incendiary, as I say. I often find them distasteful, but are they a useful corrective to excessive immigration, to failing to tackle illegal immigration? There is a very significant segment of German society that concurs with what they're saying, and they have to be represented. So the Reichstag is to represent all people, good people, bad people, smart people, stupid people, you know, xenophobic people, cosmopolitan people, people in between. Or otherwise, it's not democratic. It's got to represent, it's got to present again the full gamut of public opinion. So please don't ban people from so-called extremism. Look at the United Kingdom. People with also terrorist convictions, they're allowed to seek public office and indeed get elected in Northern Ireland. And it's right that we do so. Right. Thank you for watching my channel. Make sure you subscribe on Patreon and donate on PayPal, georgecallahan79 at gmail.com. Bye. Truce.